What? This small room costs that much? Isn't there a better place somewhere? I'm terribly sorry. Based on your preferences, this price range is unavoidable. Unless you're okay with being farther from the station, an older building, a combined bathroom and toilet, or a first-floor unit. If you could compromise on any one of those, we'd have more options. How does that sound? It's my granddaughter's place, so I'm too worried to compromise on anything. What should I do?
They've been having the same conversation for the past 5 minutes. I'm Satoshi Mitaka, a 29-year-old working at SK Homes Fuju branch, a major rental real estate chain. The one dealing with this particularly challenging customer is Aane Musashino, in her second year as a new hire. She is the office's Madonna for her beauty, but is also a bit shy and hesitant to speak her mind.
Why don't you discuss things again with your granddaughter? We've already discussed it so much. I just can't compromise any further.
Maybe I should step in soon. As I thought that and moved toward them. Ma'am, there is no such thing as a property that fulfills all your requirements.
Is that so? But it's my granddaughter's first time living alone, and I'd be worried if anything happened.
Taito Bushitsuke, who had recently transferred from another real estate company, interjected into the conversation. He's known for his honest and friendly service, which has made him popular with customers. Feel free to check out properties handled by other agencies. I'm sure you'll find something that meets your needs.
Really? Well, I'll do that. Thank you for your time today. Not at all. Please feel free to visit us again anytime.
Aane, you've got to learn to say what needs to be said. How long were you planning to let her go on and on? Well, that modesty of yours is also one of your charms, though.
Oh, thank you very much.
That kind of customers need to be told off in a straightforward manner. Don't you agree, Mitaka? It depends on the situation, but having that mindset is important too. I meant to acknowledge the nuance, not fully agree with him. But Taito seemed to take it as affirmation, and from that day, he gradually started to act more entitled. Honestly, having someone younger and less experienced as my superior makes things tricky. Since Taito joined, I've been assigned as his supervisor. But because he's older and has more work experience, I often find myself treading carefully. I think I've been saying what needs to be said, but if I haven't, I apologize. Really? Even with that last customer, I was the one who saved Aane, wasn't I? Well, if Taito hadn't stepped in, I was planning to go myself. Then again, I might not have been able to handle it as smoothly as Taito did. Well, Mitaka, you should learn from me and speak up when you need to. Before I could figure out what to say, Taito quickly ended the conversation and walked off. Taito always gives advice like that, but is it just my imagination, or does it feel like he's looking down on me? Maybe it's just because I'm not capable enough. After all, Taito has good sales numbers. His straightforward, honest manner of speaking is appreciated by customers. His approach often helps indecisive customers make quick decisions, which has boosted our store's sales. Still, I can't shake this vague feeling of unease.
Welcome! Thank you for visiting SK Homes. Oh, it's you from before. I came back. I'd like you to assist me again today. Of course, I'd be happy to.
A few weeks later, the elderly woman returned to the store. Though I expected another long conversation, it seemed this time she was ready to make a quick decision.
After that, I went to various real estate agencies, but I couldn't find anything good. I remembered that Musashino-san's service was the best. Last time, you were so kind to explain everything to me when I didn't understand. I feel I can trust you, so I'll go with the property you recommended. Thank you very much. I'll prepare the floor plans from last time right away.
As I watched them, relieved, Taito spoke to me with a smug expression. I was puzzled. Hey, isn't it thanks to my brilliant move, sending her to other agencies, that she came back? It's fine since it's Aane this time, but next time something like this happens, give me credit too. I'm not saying I want half, but I think I deserve some recognition for my contribution. Taito has recently started making comments about how the company should operate. I think that's gonna be difficult. I believe the customer returned because of Musashino-san's sincere response. Isn't it the job of the supervisor to make things like that happen? Sorry, I don't think I have the skills for that, but maybe you could convince the higher-ups? With skills like yours, I think they'll be willing to consider it. Really? Well, if it works, you better treat me to something nice. It's obviously not going to work. I sent Taito-san off with a smile, confident in my prediction. I had learned that flattering people like him just enough kept them from becoming a nuisance. What's with that rigid boss? No wonder employee morale is so low. Sure enough, Taito-san muttered this complaint a few hours later, after his request was predictably rejected by her superior. I heard you closed a deal with that customer earlier. Congratulations! When I spoke to Musashino-san, who looked somewhat refreshed, she smiled happily.
Thank you. When I spoke to her granddaughter during the viewing, she was such a pleasant person.
Time passed, and as winter winds began to blow, I asked Aane about the New Year's party venue. By the way, has the New Year's party venue been decided yet? With over 30 participants from 3 nearby branches, finding a place must be tough. I asked Musashino-san, who had been appointed as the organizer for the New Year's party. If you haven't found a venue yet, I would be happy to help look.
I was about to contact everyone about it. The venue will be here.
Musashino-san showed me the information about the restaurant on her phone. What? Such luxurious food and a 2-hour all-you-can-drink deal at that price? That's amazing!
Actually, I had a little connection.
She smiled sheepishly. Though she's a bit shy, her ability to handle work so well impressed me again. Oh, another reservation already? Business has been booming lately. Around the same time, something strange began happening at the store. Customers specifically requested Taito, even though it was their first time visiting. It's proof that being straightforward and speaking my mind is the right approach. Mitaka, if you followed my lead, your sales numbers might improve. Taito's sales skyrocketed, quickly becoming the top at our branch. Within a week, he even became #1 across 3 area branches. While that itself is impressive, I'll let you have some of my clients, Aane-chan. In return, how about 1 date per client I hand over? Taito's advances toward Musashino-san became blatant.
Well...
Taito-san, that's inappropriate. What? I'm just leading the conversation for her because she's shy. No, it looks like you're forcing her to date you. I'll report this to the higher-ups. What's with you acting all high and mighty when you can't even speak your mind? I haven't said anything wrong. Taito looked dissatisfied, but realizing the odds weren't in his favor, he left. Are you okay, Musashino-san?
Thank you. For now, I'm managing.
She said there hadn't been any direct harm yet, but she looked worn out. I don't agree with much of what Taito-san says, but I do think there's some truth to the idea of speaking your mind, because I don't think just enduring will improve the situation. So if you ever feel like you want to act, but can't do it alone, talk to me anytime. I'll help with reports to management or anything else.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, Taito-san is a real problem. Determined to ensure no further harm came to Musashino-san, I kept a close watch on him. I'm sorry, but that unit just got taken. However, we do have this other option. What? Could it be? The day of the New Year's party arrived at the restaurant Aane had booked for us. It's a great place. The food is delicious, and the atmosphere is wonderful.
I'm glad you like it. Still, it's a bit intimidating with 3 branches gathered together.
There you go again, Aane-chan. Don't worry, just talk freely.
I know, but... Oh, Mitaka-san and Taito-san, your glasses are empty. The same drink okay?
I ordered beer for Taito and me and lemon sour for Musashino-san. However... Huh? Didn't we order lemon sours?
Yes?
After a while, 3 beers were brought to the table.
Oh, it's fine. I can drink beer too, so no worries.
No, this is their mistake. Let's have them fix it. I'll talk to the staff.
Wait, Taito-san?
Ignoring Musashino-san's attempts to stop him, Taito marched over to the staff. When we hurried after him, we found that he had already yelled at the waitress.
I deeply apologize. I'll bring your drinks right away. I'm very sorry, but may I confirm your order again?
Huh? You took the order, so you should already know. What kind of training do you people have here? You're useless. Call the manager or owner immediately. Taito, what are you doing? Stop this. Shut up if you can't assert yourself. I'm just voicing a rightful complaint. Sure, pointing out mistakes is necessary. But yelling like that from the start is uncalled for. Your approach is the problem. What a naive thing to say. Professionals are supposed to do their job right. Taito noticed Akane's presence and turned to her with a smug expression. Oh, Aane-chan, I made sure to give the staff a piece of my mind for their mistake. Taito looked pleased with himself, but...
Out already.
What?
Cut it out already!
Her voice was so loud it startled Taito, and his face turned pale.
What's with that smug look like you've done something good? Did I ever ask you to complain on my behalf? And to shout at them like that?
Wait, Akane-chan, I was only thinking of you. Ignoring Taito's excuses, Akane crouched next to the crying waitress.
Are you okay? I'm sorry, I thought this would be a good place for our party, but maybe I should have chosen somewhere else. It's fine. I'm sorry for crying, Akane-san. It's not your fault.
Huh? Do you know her?
Yes, she's... What's going on here?
Hearing the commotion, the woman approached. Wait, aren't you? When we saw her face, both Taito and I were shocked. She was the customer who had visited our branch a few days ago.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to introduce my colleagues to this place, but it turned into such a mess. You were so kind to offer a special service because I often drink here.
Oh, that's why this place was so reasonably priced. Apparently, after closing the deal on the property, Musashino-san had stayed in touch with the woman and her granddaughter.
I heard from Akane-chan. I'm deeply sorry that my granddaughter caused trouble for you.
Granddaughter?
Yes, she's my granddaughter living alone in the apartment you helped us contract that day. Please don't bow to us, ma'am. Mistakes are one thing, but what he did was harassment. It's us who should be apologizing.
Wait, Akane-chan?
The owner appreciated our handling at the Fuchu branch, which is why she kindly offered to reserve this restaurant for us. She even requested that her connection to our branch be kept private so we could use it without hesitation. That warm, human connection has been ruined because of you, Taito-san. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I didn't know, and it's just a figure of speech or something.
Does not knowing excuse everything?
Taito was rendered speechless by Musashino-san's firm words.
If this was going to happen, I should have reported you to our superiors and stopped you from coming here. I regret letting things slide and ignoring the signs.
Report?
What else? I'm obviously talking about harassment. Your comments on my makeup, hairstyle, and clothing, your prying into my personal life, and your constant dinner innovations. They were all unwelcome. Having to endure your incessant advances made every day nauseatingly unbearable. To be clear, I don't like you, Taito-san, so please don't talk to me outside of work anymore. You've always said not voicing your thoughts is bad, so I'm laying it all out now. I'll be reporting all your harassment and everything you've done to bother me, backed by detailed records in my journal. Be ready for the consequences.
Musashino-san rejected Taito and vowed to expose his misconduct, leaving him dumbfounded. But his troubles weren't over yet. Welcome! I'm Taito Bushitsuke, your assigned representative. Huh? Taito froze when he saw the customer was the General Affairs Manager from headquarters. General Affairs Manager? What brings you here? The General Affairs Manager glared at Taito while I watched with a neutral expression. This confirms it. Taito, you're in serious trouble. Wait a second, what's going on here? Why don't you let Satoshi explain? Understood. Allow me. I noticed something odd about Taito's interactions with his customers. Whenever a customer requested a specific property, it was always unavailable. Yet, he always directed them to a different property. This happened almost every time. Taito-san, you were using an anonymous social media account to post fake property listings to lure customers, weren't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't bother denying it. Fake properties and unavailable listings were advertised as available. When customers contacted you, you would claim the property was taken and push them toward another. I personally tested this by posing as one of your customers, confirming the scheme. When I reported this to headquarters, they quickly identified your anonymous account. Do you understand? What you did violates real estate law. This is a major scandal for SK Homes, with over 300 branches nationwide. You'll be informed of your punishment soon. Until then, you're suspended from work. Taito collapsed his knees, then was forcibly escorted home. Later, his deceptive tactics were exposed online, further tarnishing SK Home's reputation. Combined with his harassment of Musashino-san, Taito was ultimately dismissed for gross misconduct. Combined with the harassment allegations against Aane, he was ultimately dismissed with disciplinary action. What's wrong with speaking my mind? I was the #1 in the area! Damn it! SK Homes also filed a lawsuit for damages, so he's been working desperately. However, with his bad reputation spreading, he couldn't find a job in the same industry, and now survives on part-time and temporary work. Meanwhile, Musashino-san and I grew closer after everything. We even began going out for drinks together, often returning to the same restaurant where the New Year's party was held.
This experience taught me how important it is to voice your thoughts clearly. SK Home's reputation may have suffered, but rebuilding trust through honest and thoughtful communication is possible.
Musashino-san blushed slightly as she looked at me.
So, I've decided to express my feelings clearly now.
It's difficult to assert what needs to be said. Depending on how you assert it, your feelings might not get through to the other person. However,
I like you, Satoshi-san. Would you go out with me?
If you're determined to express your feelings, you must consider how to communicate them effectively. When mutual understanding is achieved, communication evolves beyond mere words into meaningful connection. I like you too, Musashino-san. Let's build a relationship where we can always share our true feelings.
Hello, Brittany here. I used to be pretty bad at expressing my own opinion as well, but it takes time to get better at it. Anyways, good luck to everyone out there, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!